Hi, my name is Jessica Aguilar, and I'm going to be talking about dispositions for an education teacher. In my opinion, the disposition that I feel like, or dispositions that I feel like will help me be a successful teacher, there's a long list, but some of the main ones is respect. I want my reputation to be a respectful, kindful teacher. I want my boss to come to me and, when he thinks of me, he can say, hey, she's respectful. She can come to me and ask me for anything. If there's a problem, she can come to me in a good way. And I want to show kindness in the building. But also, I want other teachers to know that, hey, I am respectful and I'm not going to go and, you know, you can always come to me for anything. And I want to be coming to other teachers as well for any advice or help. Um, so also I want to know I feel like listening to your students is a big disposition because I feel like listening to your students, you'll understand them more and they'll thank you for that. Like some kids that are in special ed, they're nonverbal. So I want to learn how to read them in their own individual way. Like all students, if I were to have a classroom of 15 students or 20 students, I want to listen to each one and get to know them individually. Like, how does this certain kid cope with being, coming from a tough home? How do they cope with that in school? I also want to show discipline in school because if you don't show them discipline, I feel like some kids need that to remind them like, hey, school is to learn, but I also want to make it fun. I want to be the teacher who gives rewards. Um, Another disposition I feel like is giving all the students, high expectations. Like, I want them to have opportunities and experiences, and I want to challenge every student that, they come in and I want to see how they are in the beginning, and I want to challenge them because I know every student can. And I am an aide as a kindergarten teacher for a kindergarten teacher. And in that grade, I feel like just this little experience is getting me further in, this experience. It's just like showing me so much. Like, I can already talk to the kids, and I just listen to some of the students, and I think it's because sometimes my inner child can come out. So I'm like, hey, let's have fun too. And, but yeah, I don't want any student to feel any less than any other kid. There is some kids that I see struggle more than other kids. And, so much is just if they're writing their name and they couldn't in the beginning for 4 first months, it's expected of them. But for some students, I'll understand that, hey, not everybody is experienced, or they don't know and they can't get it as fast as every other student. I don't want them to compete with each other. I want them to compete with themselves. And that's exactly what I tell all the students in the kindergarten class. I'll help them if they're struggling with this certain thing. The teacher will have me pull certain kids, the lower, the ones that are like, also bilingual, because I'm bilingual. So I'll help those certain students, and knowing that they did it, it gets me so excited because I'm like, let's throw a party. Okay, you deserve it. But I don't. Sometimes I will reward them. I'll ask the teacher, like, is it okay if I give these students a reward because I feel like they deserve it? I feel like all kids deserve rewards at some point. And I just want to show them that, hey, you can do it. And I always remind them, you are smart. You are an amazing student. You're an awesome kid. You're so smart. I always tell them, and I'm always hyping them up. I want to be that teacher who motivates them. And if that's for me to go above and beyond and, do go a little extra and plan something, then I'm going to be that teacher who I'm willing to take whatever it does to help the student get better. Um, so one of the dispositions that I feel like I need to work on before going in as a first year teacher, I can honestly say is communication with adults. Communication to me is key. So I feel like I need to work on that before I become a teacher. That's one of the main things that I feel like is hard for me, because I can get along with the kids so well because, I become a child. But when it comes to adults, knowing how adults can be, also they expect so much from the teacher, and sometimes it's hard. We can't, give special attention because a certain parent wants her kid to have special attention, like whenever they're playing. I understand a kid might get hurt, but yes, as a parent, you don't want your kid to get hurt, and you're gonna, you want your kid to feel safe. And I just want to I want to have communication with the parents and let them know that I am here to, protect your child and teach your child, because I want to, I want to raise them for the whole year as if they were my own. And so that would be one of the main dispositions that I feel like I need to work on before becoming a teacher. The qualities that I feel like a professional educator should display. I want to be a role model. I want the students to remember me. I want them to go home and be like, oh my gosh, my teacher, she did this for me and she's an amazing teacher. I want them to brag about me because I want to motivate them, that, hey, school can be fun. We got to learn, yes, but it can be fun. School's not a place for, judging and, being ugly. I'm always teaching the kids at the school, let's be friends. We're all friends. Like, there's no kid who's better than another kid. So I feel like showing them that, hey, we're all going to be fair and kind here. And so that's what I'm going to strive for. And that's what I do today as an aide. I'm always trying my best to help the teacher make her job easier. So I would want to be, I would want to be the teacher that I see in, the teacher that I have today. And also, I'm very thankful for the instructor I have, you, David Larson. You show communication well, you teach us, and, I see that, and I'm like, that's who I want to be for. And so being a teacher, every day, even days where it gets hard, but most of the time I remind myself, like, hey, we're going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. And then I start having my vision, becoming a teacher, and I get so excited. So I know I will be an amazing teacher. So, yes, thank you.